Hey, old TA Tuesdays is back. Welcome in, everybody. We are going to talk about the Elliott Wave Theory today. And without further ado, let's jump right in. First of all, quick disclaimer. None of this is investment advice, just entertainment. And this is about math, money, and freedom. So, first of all, ever since the Bitcoin downturn, a lot of people were fascinated with the Wyckoff distribution. And that brought in a lot of demand for wave theory, which is related to Wyckoff distribution. So we're going to talk about Elliott Wave Theory and how you can use it to make money. So first of all, the whole concept behind Elliott Wave Theory, done by a guy, Dr. Elliott or something, about 80 years ago, was that market trades in repetitive patterns. And these patterns can be found in any chart over any time frame because everything is based on herd mentality. And remember as well, like any TA, it's very, very subjective. So bear that in mind. We'll go through some examples. But the simple way to think about it is 5 up, 3 down, herd mentality. So it divides price action into trends and corrections. It's called a 5-3 move, and it can be found in any chart. So if you look at this chart here, you got wave 1 goes up to point number 1, wave 2 goes down to point number 2, wave 3, 3, 4, 5, etc. And then on the downside, you got A, B, and C for the corrective phase. And we'll go through some examples of how all this works. So first of all, subwaves can be found in waves. So we're going to look at charts over 8-year periods of time and a couple of weeks and everything else in between. And I'll show you how we can identify wave patterns within major wave patterns as well as identified here. Now, this is a little cheat sheet because like anything in life, yes, it's simple, but it can also be very, very complicated. So these are what I call the basic cheat sheets of rules you need to know. And again, you could spend 20 years studying Elliott theory and get nowhere. So don't get too sucked into it, but just think of a couple of things. Rule number 1 on the top left corner is very basic. You need the trend to be upwards, and you can't have point 2 beneath the beginning of the wave. That invalidates the whole thing. Number 2, number 3, number 4, all show you ones that are broken, that don't actually work and don't signify an upward trend. You have charts number 5. These are all corrections and examples of corrections in charts. You have then number 7 through 10 are danger signs of fake Elliott waves. And of course, number 6 is a real Elliott wave, just like number 1. So that's your little cheat sheet. If you want, you can print off this one slide and leave it on your desk. But again, don't get too bogged down. This is just conceptual, and again, don't get married to it like anything else in TA. But why I use Elliott waves is really to get a feel for where we are. And I've always liked 3s and 5s, kind of like a little bit suspicious. But basically, sometimes I like to zoom out and find out where we are in a cycle of a stock, like Illumina, like Google, like Bitcoin, and Aave. These are the 4 we're going to analyze today. I own all 4, and I use Elliott waves for all of them as well. So a couple of quick tips as well. The longer the time frame, the better the signal. And basically, you can look at very short term time frames for Elliott waves, but they can be a little bit misleading most of the time. But if you're looking over a 6-month plus period, up to multiple years, you can get a much better feel for exactly where you are in the actual trend. And that's what I recommend as well. But then again, 3-month time frames sometimes work too. Now the charting tool as usual, we're going to use the TradingView. And you're all very familiar with that. I use Pro Plus subscription. And the Elliott wave charts that we're going to look at will be again Bitcoin, Aave, Google, and Illumina. So the first one is Bitcoin since 2017. There's a couple of things to point out here in this particular chart. And in a minute, I'll show you how to draw them as well as a wrap up. But you can see back in 2017, the first upward trend to point number 1, then the second one to point number 3, up to 3, and around just before June 2019, down to June 2020, and then upwards from there. So it's a funky looking wave, not the most perfect, But again, it gives you a feel for kind of where we are in the pattern of the cycle of an actual equity. Now let's look at Bitcoin over the last few months. This is far more like an Elliott wave. You can see where we went up to point number 1, down to number 2, up to number 3, down to number 4, and up to number 5. And then on the correction side, ABC, you see the correction down to 30,000 in point number C. This chart, just for a second, and I'll show you how to draw these, it was uncanny how accurate it was and how like an Elliott wave it was. So I know a lot of people say, oh, Elliott waves are crap, bullshit, but this shows that it's actually very real. And another chart we'll jump into is Google. And what I use sometimes as well to find my Elliott waves is I use the pitchfork tool. I've covered that in my trend lines TA video. And I also use the Elliott wave oscillator at the bottom. This helps me identify exactly where we are in the Elliott wave cycle. And again, this is Google, circa early 2021. We shot up to point number 1, down to point number 2, up to 3, 4, and 5. This is very similar as well to the pattern that can be laid out from Amazon. So again, super, super simple tool. And then Aave, another one here. This one I just added actually, has my latest DeFi altcoin, but it's a little bit more jagged, but you can see you can still find a wave and a downturn. And I'd been looking at Aave for a long time waiting for my entry point, and I think I actually got it today. But again, it's super helpful to look at, especially the wave oscillator, in combination when you draw your lines to find out exactly where you are. Sometimes what happens when people invest or trade is they just want to get in, but they don't care when they get in. And you can sometimes buy at a bad time when there can be much lower prices to be had. And as you know, I'm a bottom fisher. I like to get in when things are cheap and not pay full whack. So Illumina, the final one. This is another pretty picture perfect chart with the exception of button number 3 being too low. But again, I got into Illumina pretty much at the same time when Cathie Wood got out. And I'd been watching it very carefully. And I think it was around Jan or Feb of this year when Illumina fell down to the mid 200s. That's when I entered, part of the wave. And then a few months later, it shot up to over $500. It just gapped up from 400 to 500, and I knew the options would be very pricey. And of course, I sold the $600 calls against my $300 long call option. And since then, it's been very good, and now it's rebounded. So what we'll look at as well when we look at the charts is how things actually pattern back and when it actually bottoms, and how that can be very useful as well. So there are the 4 charts we'll look at, and we'll go in live now to the charts and I'll show you how to draw them. Hey everybody, just jumping into the actual charts here to teach you all exactly how to draw them. And let's start with Bitcoin. So I'm going to delete this, and what you do is you go to the side here, and these are all your different drawing tools that you can use very quickly and easily. So I do my typical Elliott impulse wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you pick your starting point. So you could say start here, 1, all the way down to the bottom, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's that simple. It really is. And let's zoom in to a couple of other charts. Let's look at Aave. This one, we'll look at the last 6 months. And here, actually, we can go the last 3 months even. It's a relatively new token. So I'm going to delete these, and I'll show you exactly how to draw them, because I get a lot of questions from people. It's like, oh, how do I draw those things? So start at the bottom, right after a recent correction, so you can get a feel for exactly what's going on. So that would be down here, and you can go to the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's your Elliott wave. And it's uncanny as well. It sounds really cliche, but it's uncanny how often the Elliott waves can be seen. These patterns can be seen in any chart. And as Dr. Elliott once said, you can create any pattern in any chart at any time. Now, the other thing that I use down here is important to look at. I use the Elliott Wave oscillator, and this shows you kind of just like other types of things, but where the actual green is happening, where the buying is happening, and where things dip. And then you can draw your trend lines here as well. You can even create alerts when certain types of things hit certain types of levels. So for example, you've got a minus 102 here during the crash when Aave fell, and then a minus 63. These are big, heavy sell-offs. Now let's go very quickly to the correction wave, the ABCD. And I like just the 3-step correction. So we'd start here at the top, go down to the bottom, boom, boom. There's your correction. Real simple. And once you have identified that those 3 things actually happen, you can be pretty confident the bottom is in. Now let's look at Illumina. Same thing. We'll go back and we zoom out here. Again, just so you guys all know how easy this is, I'm going to delete the preset that I had and start again. We go to our 5-point Elliott impulse wave. We can start it from anywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I overcounted there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the correction, do the same thing. We go down to our ABC correction wave. 1, 2, 3, 4. What I find as well that's very uncanny is how the correction wave really does a lot of the time help you identify when the market is actually bottomed. And because I'm a bottom fisher, that's very, very important data to me. Now let's look at Google. And this one is where I do something a little bit different. So for Google, we're going to zoom into the chart a little bit. And here, many of you asked, how I draw the pitchfork. So I'm going to delete everything and start again. So I'm going to take this out and take this out, just so you guys all see how I draw my pitchforks. The pitchfork tool is here. I pick the starting point and I find a zone like that, spread it out, fan it out, and then make it fit kind of the chart of where we are. And there it is. And then within that, it helps me sometimes, if I can't see a pattern, it helps me identify where the impulse wave can be drawn. So here we start here, whoops, and we go up, down, up, down, up, like that. So the question is, it's interesting to me, is I sold the $2,500 calls against a long $1,000 call position on Google. So I am looking for Google to come down, and I'm hoping we are close to a top here. And if you look at the Elliott Wave oscillator at the bottom, it looks like it's losing momentum. So it could be under 2,400 for Google, hopefully, because I think the future is very positive for Google, but I'm looking for that big crash and dip. And I'm starting to move to kind of shorts against my long positions to hedge some of my bets as we go forward. That is Elliott Wave Theory. Super nice, super handy. Again, I enjoy using it. And in quick conclusion, very, very important for everybody to realize, is Elliott clarified that observations and patterns offer no certainty about potential market movements, and that we're better used in combination with other tools. So as I always say, think of all of these TA tools as, you're wearing a big tool belt and you have all your screwdrivers and hammers and things in your pockets. This is just one of those, again, to get a feel for where you are. And I like it. I spend a lot more time in things like RSIs, MACDs, and Bollinger Bands. But again, this is good to look at when you're looking at a long-term picture and time frame. So in terms of the TA agenda, we've covered the Elliott Wave Theory today. And we've done Fibonacci, Bollinger, etc. And we start jumping into more and combo type packages and drawing in technical lines as to how I look at things. So I hope you like the content. If you do, hit the like and subscribe. Thank you all.